Hey guys, this is your girl Jennifer Lynn, the Crown Jewel, and I am back with another YouTube video. So don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. So today I am coming to you guys with another prophetic word from the Lord. But before we get started, as always, I must tell you guys any word that you receive from anyone, always take it back to the Lord to see if that word is in fact for you. So let's get started. The title for today is Kingdom Marriage Access Denied Part 2. So, as you guys know, I did a video on part 1. So, I'm just going to do a recap as well as add some additional things on based on what the Lord gave me. So the Lord gave me a dream of a romantic interest coming back into my life. This was a man that he had it all together. He was very successful, very sexy. I'm just gonna be honest. He was very sexy voice, very romantic, nice dresser, all the above. You guys know that one man that just sent you over the top that you just had to have. That was this man in this dream. And so this man, he pretended, he came back into my life. He pretended to be interested in the things that I had going on in my life. He pretended to be interested in the things that I was talking about. He even pretended to be a man of God and to have a relationship with God. And so, as time went on, which was a short amount of time, he wanted to be able to engage sexually. And so it was something that I was kind of on the fence about, but I had these feelings for this man. And so eventually I gave in. I gave in. We ended up fornicating. That's what it was. We ended up fornicating. And so as soon as that happened, he took his mask off and he went back to being the man that he originally was. And that was not a good man. The man that he really was, he was a womanizer. He lied, and it was all about what he could get. And so, as soon as that happened, he went back to being that person. So I want to tell you guys, a lot of you guys, you are becoming impatient when it comes to your kingdom marriage promise. You're becoming impatient. You feel like you've been waiting forever. You've been doing this, you've been doing that, and you feel like God is never going to send that man, that kingdom husband that he promised you. You feel like he's not going to send that man. And so because you feel that way, you are ready to accept the next thing that comes along. You are ready to temporarily even accept the man until that kingdom husband arrive. Let me tell you, the enemy is sending this man back to delay your marriage promise. He's sending this man back to finish the job from what he did to you years ago. For many of you guys, you have that man and had this man in your life that you really cared about, you seen a future with, you just thought he was everything, and then he ended up breaking your heart. The enemy is sending him back to finish the job. And so, like I said, as soon as you decide to open that door for that man and fornicate with him and let him back into your life, he's going to take that mask right off and he's going to show you who he once was. And he's going to tear you down even further than what he did before. So, I want you guys to know that all the work that you have put in to yourself, even outside of kingdom marriage, you're living in purpose. You're working on your professional life. You're working on your mind, body, and soul. You're preparing yourself for your kingdom husband. All this stuff that you're doing, don't let it go down a drain for something that is temporary, for something that is going to rip your life apart. Because if you do this, as soon as this happens, that means you got to start all over again. And then that means God has to wait to send your husband because you are not ready for him, because now you have to start from scratch. So, what is more important? Do we want a counterfeit that's going to come in and tear us down to nothing, tear us down to shreds? Or do we want what God has for us? Do we want what God has for us? So, we got to be very careful and we got to hang in there. Hang in there. God is sending this man that he created just for you. But as soon as you open the door for this man that has a spirit of deception on him, he's coming to deceive you and tear you down. This is exactly what the enemy wants, because he knows the level that you are going to be on with your kingdom husband once you guys come together. So we got to be very careful about who we're letting into our lives at this point, because we're too close. We're too close to receiving the promise, guys. And so this may be a man that you may have been in a relationship with, or maybe it didn't get that far. Maybe he was just a romantic interest. But again, we got to be very careful. And if God has already shown you who your husband was, you have to believe and know that that man is on his way. And that means you don't have time to entertain anybody else. Because once God reveals to you what he has for you, that thing is solid. And it's nothing that no one can do to interfere with that. So this is your girl, Jennifer Lynn, the Crown Jewel. I really hope that this spoke to somebody, because I know there's a lot of women out here. You feel like God is not going to bring your kingdom marriage together. You're becoming impatient. You're focusing on the physical. What is God telling you in the spirit? Because God will talk to us every day. When you're making time for him and you're not engaging with the wrong company, people that got spirits of deception, so on and so forth, when you're spending time, God will talk to you about the plans that he has for you. And part of the plans that he has for you is this kingdom marriage. So you got to stay strong. You got to hang in there, because I don't want you guys to delay what God is getting ready to do. So this is your girl, Jennifer Lynn, the Crown Jewel, and I will talk with you guys next time.